class. In case you want to go with the recording, you can, go with this. So I think recording has already got started. Just give me a moment. Yes, it's there. Okay, let's start. Look, when we solve a data interpretation question, always concentrate on, understanding the data. Because once you understand data, you can
Because
easily
I'm amazing
make it out
performance.
whether that question need to be solved in real time situation or not. Because in real time situation, you have to take that decision. Sometimes what happens, questions will be very calculative. So technically, what you have to do is just you need to show some patience, wait for some time. First finish with a complete paper, and then you come back to all these calculative questions. Usually when you are solving any kind of paper, you should always try doing it in two attempts. First attempt, you should always solve the questions which you are comfortable, which is not going to take, more time. And then once you are done with the complete paper, once you have assured yourself that all the easy question has been taken care of, then only we should attempt the questions, which is maybe calculative or which is going to take time. All right. If I'm there, I always prefer, solving question in three parts: easy questions, calculative questions, and difficult questions. This is how I will go. All right. So once you practice, you'll be able to understand. Now let us go with question number 1 to 5. If you see question number, look, this is what happened. People keep on joining late, and this is something which keeps on disturbing. All right. Now, let us go with the first caselet. If you see first caselet, what they're talking about is the following pie chart shows the distribution of monthly budget of a person. All right, so this is the monthly budget of a person. So monthly budget of the person has been given us in the terms of pie chart. I believe all of you know that pie chart, represent total 360 degrees. Is this point clear with all of you? That
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so this whole of this, if you say this whole of this is 360 degrees. All right. So there are different ways of understanding the data. So if you see, what I always prefer is that when 360 degrees there, so what I can understand is a person is having some expense, and his expense has got distributed in the terms of education, others, traveling, entertainment, and food. And if you see, one interesting thing is that they have not given food value. Uh, All right. So food angle has been not given to us. Yes. So first job of ours is what we do is we add all this, degree, 96 degree, 48 degree, 51 degree, 36 degree, and now and subtract from 360 degree. I've already done this. If you add this, you will get 231 degree. If you add all the angles, this traveling, others, education, you get 231 degree. So out of 360, we subtract 231 degrees, so we get 129 degree. All of you have understood from where I got 129 degree? Yes or no? So give me
Yes, sir.
response. Yes,
Yes, sir.
you have to give me response. So this is the first part. Any doubt till here? Any doubt till here? Because after this, there's something interesting which I'm going to do. So all of you should understand. So this
Sir, can you
first,
repeat, sir, once?
what happened is this complete circle represents 360 degree. Yes.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
already we know if you see education represent 96 degree, others expense 48 degree, traveling 51 degree, entertainment 36 degree. Food data is not there with us. So since we know this complete circle is 360 degree, we add rest of them. So once we add rest of them, we are going to get 231 degree. So out of 361 degree, this all represent 231 degrees. So we get 129 degree. So we know that 129 degree represent food. Is this part clear with all of you?
Yes, sir.
All right, now let us proceed with the other data. Now listen carefully what I am saying, because this is the other important thing which you people need to understand. And this is the most important thing. Now, if you see whole of these things, now whole of this, first is then the degree. I'm now trying to write down the terms of percentage. Look, so can I say 100% is equivalent to 360 degree?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood this part or not? First, you tell
Yes, sir.
me
Yes.
whether you have understood this part or not. All of you have understood?
Yes,
Now,
sir. Yes, sir.
listen carefully, because there are different ways, by which we can solve this question, different ways, So it is going to be completely dependent on you, which method you want to use. All right. Now I'll just, show you one small thing. Now this look 31 degree. This is 36 degree. Can I say this represent 10%? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood what I have done? Since
Yes, sir.
look, as I said, that different approach, different ways. You can use any one of them. The thing which you like, you prefer, you can use any one of them. Once you understand data and you know how to decipher it, how to break it, your life become very easy. So first thing what you need to understand is this complete, if you see this represent, first data is there in the terms of degree, all right? And second is there in the terms of percentage. Yes, so I know complete 100% is equivalent to 360. Yes, no doubt, all right. So now, if you see, I can see entertainment is 10%. Similarly, if you see traveling also, I can get it in the terms of percentage. But here, while solving this question, I'm not doing in the terms of percentage. What I have done is, I'll just tell you what I have done. Now listen here carefully what I am doing. If you see this question is, the following table shows the further distribution of percentage of the above mentioned items among 5 family members. So this distribution is there with 5 family members. P represent the person himself. W is wife. R, Rahul, son. Rohit, okay, wife, son. Rahul and Rohit are son and Preeti is daughter. So we are talking about 2 daughters, son, person himself and his wife. And his monthly budget is 1,20,000. Now listen here carefully because this is very, very important. All right. Monthly budget is 1,20,000 rupees. All right. Now, can I say this complete 360 degree is equivalent to 1,20,000? If you don't understand, please ask me. Can I say this 360 degree is equivalent to 1,20,000 or not? Think and tell
Yes,
me.
sir.
First, check it out. If you don't understand, you have to ask me.
Yes, sir.
If anyone who is not understanding, all of you, please see that you are going to ask now itself. All right. I'm giving you time to ask.
I didn't understand.
Look, I appreciate this. If you don't understand, please ask. Because otherwise, what will happen? You won't be able to solve this question. Look, what they are saying is, first thing what you need to understand, there's a person. Let us assume I'm talking about myself. All right. And so this is my earning is 1,20,000 rupees. All right. This is my earning. And now my earning get distributed in this different expense, education, other traveling, entertainment, and food. Already we know that food represents 129 degrees. We have already calculated this. All right. This part is clear. Now, since now they're providing us with other data. They're saying that, now I have wife, I have 2 sons and a daughter. So that will go later on. First data is that my complete, if you see budget is 1,20,000. Means whole of this expense is 1,20,000. Yes or no? Budget means what? Budget means nothing but total expense what we are talking about. So whole of this expense or my budget is 1,20,000 means whole of this expense consists of 120,000. Is this part clear? Yes. Now whole of this expense is represented by what? 360 degree. Yes or no?
Yeah, got it.
Yes, sir.
So now look here. Since 360 degree represent 1,20,000, can I say 1 degree will become 1 degree will represent 1,20,000 divided by 360? Check it out once again. Is this clear or not? This is once again important. Think and tell me. Then I'll proceed.
Yes, sir.
Fast all.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Can you convert and tell me how much I will get? 1 degree will represent how much money? 1 degree will represent how much money? 120,000 divided by 3.
1,000 by 3.
We will get 333.33. 333.33. What you said is correct. 1,000 by 3, which is nothing but 333.33. Yes. Now, listen. Till here, once again, it is clear with all of you. Any doubt? If you have doubt, please tell me, dear. You have understood this calculation, all of you? 120 by 360 will
Yes,
represent
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
then 333.33. Yes. Now, what I can do is now I can calculate each angle. So 96 into, now look, one thing what you can do is, I'll tell you one, better, rather than getting it in decimal, what you will do is always keep 1,000 by 3. Yes. So now this is 96 degree. So this becomes 96 into 1000 by 3. Yes. Similarly, food become 129 degrees. So value of food is 129 into 1000 by 3. Because each degree represent 1000 by 3 rupees. Now remember, I'm converting into rupees because I know that 360 degrees represent 1,20,000. So 1 degree represent 1000 by 3 rupees. So this education, now what I'm doing is, rather than talking about degree, I'm trying to find out how much money I have spent on education, how much money I have spent on food, how much money I have spent on entertainment, how much money I have spent on other expenses. Have you understood now? So since I know 1 degree represent 1000 by 3, 96 degrees should represent 96 into 1000 by 3. This food item is 129 degree, which we have done calculation at starting. So food will give me 129 to 1000 by 3. You have understood what I'm talking about? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. All of you, any doubt, please tell me. Any doubt? Any doubt, please ask
No,
me.
sir. No, sir.
Because look, understand, once I finish with this basics, you'll be able to solve this question very fast. So that is the value which you need to always have. Okay. So if I do this calculation, now I'm doing calculations. All right. So traveling, if you see, I'll get, I think 17,000 rupees. Okay. Now I'm changing the color, so that it becomes easy. So if I do calculation, I'll get traveling to be 17,000 rupees. Others, I'm going to get 16,000 rupees. This I'll get 16,000 rupees. Then education, I'm getting 32,000 rupees. This we are getting 32,000 rupees. Then food, we are getting 43,000 rupees. 43,000. Write down somewhere, so that we are able to do calculation. And entertainment, because I have to, shift this. And entertainment consists of 12,000 rupees. All right. So this is how it will work, So all of you, please make a note of this. What I've written, so all of you, please make a note of this so that it becomes easier for us to do remaining calculation. All right. So I'm going to write down once again, side, so it becomes easy for me. So traveling, okay. Traveling is how much? 17,000. All right. I'm going to shift the slide. Someone help me out. All right. All of you have understood this. Am I right? No problem. Anyone who has got a doubt till here? No doubt? I can proceed?
Sir, I'm copying, sir. Can you wait 1 minute, please?
Do it fast. Please do it fast. If anyone has got a doubt, please ask me. Look, as I said, you have to understand the data. Data is very simple. We are talking about a person. This pie chart represents his expense. His expense has been given us a different varieties or different expense which he has got: education, food, types of expense. Now other data what they have said is that total expense for him is his budget is 1,20,000 rupees. So we have distributed that budget, this angle we have distributed in rupees. Till now, this is what we have done. We know that he is talking about himself, he is talking about his wife, 2 sons and a daughter. Okay? Now I'm just...
You can proceed.
Yes. Now I'm going with other bottom, next data. Now look, this is the other part. Okay. So, okay. Now on education, if you see what is the expense on education, which we have 32,000. We have got this data from, remember, from where we have got this data from pie chart. What is expense on food? Tell me fast.
43,000.
43,000.
Very good. Entertainment?
12,000.
12,000.
12,000.
17,000.
Traveling? 17,000.
16,000.
Any doubt?
32,000.
Any doubt in here? No doubt. All right. Now listen here carefully. Now on education, if you see, this P is the person, W is his wife, and we are talking about 2 sons, Rahul, Rohit, and a daughter, Preeti. This complete education, which is 32,000 rupees, this is in the terms of percentage. Very clearly in the question they mentioned that this data is in percentage. So if you add this, you will get 100%. 10 plus 15 is 25, 25 plus 25 is 50, 50 plus 40 is 90, 90 plus 10 is 100. So now this 32,000 rupees get distributed in this value. What does it mean is, now look, this is a place where, your calculation will be important, So what we have learned, or, if you are good with the calculation, this is the place where you will, okay. I'm going to show one calculation and rest of the data you are going to fill and you are going to fill fast. All right. So I'll show one calculation. I'm going to show for Preeti. Sorry, person. Please for person. Person is 10% expense is coming from education. So 10% of 3,200 is how much? Sorry, 10% of 32,000 is how much?
3,200.
3,200. For food, 30%. 30% of 43,000. Now look here. 10%. I divide any number by 10, I get 10%. So 43,000 divided by 10 will give me 10%. So 43,000 divided by 10 is 4,300. 10% is 4,300. So 30% is 4,300 into 3. So
12,900.
12,900. Entertainment is 10% of 12,000. So 10% of 12,000 is 1,200. Traveling is 40% of 17,000. 10% of 17,000 is 1,700. So 40% is 1,700 into 4. So 1,700 into 4 is 6,800. Look, this is how your calculation works. 20% of 16,000. 10% of 16,000 is 1,600.
3,200.
3,200. Look, in actual calculation question, if you see, we don't require all the calculation. But since we are doing it, I want you people to do all the calculation now. All of you, please do the calculation fast. And meanwhile, even I will write it down. And you can cross-check with your calculation. Do it fast, all of you. Start doing calculation. So remember, 15% of 32,000 now. So it becomes 4,800. Do it fast, all of you. In case if you don't understand, once I finish with the writing, you can ask me. And don't copy what I am writing, all right? Please don't copy what I am writing. You do your calculation and then cross-check with my calculation that whether you are getting correct or not. Because that is what you have to learn, dear. Please don't copy. Whatever I am writing, you are not going to copy. You have to do on your own. Then only you will learn. And if you don't understand, I'm here, you can ask me. As I said, I'm not interested in solving, all the questions. Even if I solve 10 questions and you people understand what we are doing, I'm fine with that. There's no issues. Only the thing is you people should understand what we are doing. And don't use calculator. Please don't use calculator, because that is not good at all. So don't use calculator. I don't expect any one of you to use calculator. And don't ever think also, that now I will use calculator and in exam what I will do is, I'll be able to do calculation. That never happens. So please don't do that.
Sir, in the education line, isn't the Rahul 12,800?
Education, whether wait, Rahul, you are talking about education. No, there's 32,000 now. 32,000 we are talking about. What you're saying is 1 0 is missing. Actually I've written fine. So what you're saying is correct. What you're saying is correct. 3,200 into 4. So 4 into 3 is 12,000 and 200 into 4 is 800, 12,800. Look, this is how you have to learn calculation. Don't get tense. 25% divide the number by 4. This is what we have learned in the last class. Already most of you have attended, you know how to calculate percentage. Anyone who have not understood, please ask me.
Sir, will you be sending this handout later?
Why, you don't have handout right now?
No, I didn't get it.
No, you should ask me at starting itself, dear. If you are late, that means you have joined class late. Already all the students, they have got this handout.
Sir, I didn't get it.
Sorry, sir.
7, I did not get, sir, Yash.
All of you are joining late. All of you are joining late.
Sir, I came 5 too, sir.
All of you are joining late. Now you download. I have already sent once again. Now you're able to download. It is there in chat box.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Don't join late, dear. Don't join late. Okay, do it fast. Do it fast. Look, I'm planning to solve at least 3 cases late. 20 questions are there. 5 questions, I'll leave it for you. And okay, once we do this, all the questions become very easy. Do it fast. Just do it fast. And if you don't remember, this is for practice. If you don't understand, you have to ask me. If any calculation which you have not understood, please ask me. All of you have done?
Sir, what is the food in wife's place? 25%?
Food. We go to food, wife, 25%. 1/4 of 4,300. 1/4 of 4,300 is how much? 4,000, 1/4 is 1,000. And for three, sorry, we are talking, this is how much we are food. Food is total how much we are spending on food? 43,000, na? ठीक है ना? 10,750. ठीक है. It is 10,750. Look now, 40,000. 40,000, 1/4 is 10,000. 3,000, 1/4 is 750. So it becomes 10,750.
Okay, sir.
43,000. Total money what we are spending on food is 43,000. This is 43,000. 43,000. Look, this is how you have to break. 15%. 15% of 4,000, 43,000. So first you can take 15% of 40,000. 15% of 40,000 is 6,000, and 15% of 3,000. 15% of 3,000, 450. So this becomes 6,450. Look, this is why practice is so important. All of you have understood? Any doubt? Yes? Any doubt? Look, dear, you have to ask me doubt. Any calculation which is becoming difficult for me, you have to ask. For you have to ask. Please don't copy. Ask me if you have any doubt. Because look, that is what I want you people to do. I want you people to start thinking like me. I want you people to do calculation like me, and it is not difficult at all. What I do is basically, I do, division. What I will do is I'll just distribute it. For example, here we are talking about 43,000. Look, food component is 43,000. Food is, 43,000. If you see, food is 43,000. Food is 43,000. So basically what I will do is now I will do my calculation based on 40,000 plus another 3,000. So that is why it becomes easier for me. All right. For example, if suppose someone wants to calculate me 15% of this, 15% of 43,000, it looks difficult, but how it looks now, 15% of 4,000, 15% is nothing but 15 into 4, which is 6,000 rupees. Or 10% is 4,000. 10% of 40,000 is 4,000. So if 10% is 4,000, another 5% is 2,000. So this becomes 6,000. Now 15% of 3,000. 15% of 3,000 is nothing but 450. Yes. So 6,450. Look here, 6,450. So that is how your calculation will work. But it will work only when you practice. It will not work if you just see it. Okay, let us proceed with the question now. All of you have understood this calculation, no doubt? Any doubt? Tell me fast. Any doubt, dear?
No, sir.
Good. Girls, any doubt? Give me a response, yes or no.
No, sir. I mean, understood, sir.
All of you understood? Very good, Dimple. All right. Now let us proceed further. Now I'll require you people to keep this data with you, because now look, this when I moved, it will move. Okay, but it's fine, no issues. So now I think all of you have those data, so there's no problem. We can solve. Even if I don't have data, we can solve. Now, what is the average expense of P? Now, average expense of P is nothing but total expense of P divided by number of categories, what we are talking about. Yes. So, what is the average expense of P on education? 3,200. Yes. Yes or no? On food, what is the expense? Tell me fast. Food expense?
12,900.
12,900. Then in entertainment?
1,200.
Yes. For traveling? 6,000.
6,800.
And for other thing, which is 20% of other expense. So 20% is 3,200. Already
3,200.
we have done this calculation. Look here. What we have done is, look, we have to, what is happening now? Look, this is that, problem, something, somehow. Look here. So education 10%. So we have to add the value of this. We have got this value, this value, this value, this value, this value. This is what I'm doing. I'm adding all those things, nothing else. All right. So that is what they are talking about. Remember, only don't get confused with the average expense. So first, when we are talking about average expense, first we talk about expense. So this is expense of P. So if we add this, I will get 27,300. This is the expense of P. All right. Now they're talking about average expense. So this is the total expense divided by number of categories. Total, how many categories we are talking about? Education, food, entertainment, traveling, and other expense. Means we are talking about 5 different expense. So average expense become 27,300 divided by 5, which is 5,460. Understood? If you have not understood, then tell me. If you have understood, we'll proceed. Once we have those data, calculation become very easy. All of you have understood how we got average expense of P. First, we have calculated these are the expense of P in different categories, which is giving us 27,300, which we are getting it from tabular form. Now, this total expense is 27,300. Since they are talking about average expense, so average expense is nothing but total expense divided by number of categories. Total 5 categories are there. Education is 1, food is 2nd, entertainment is 3rd, traveling is 4th, and other expenses 5. All right, 27,300 divided by 5, I get 5,460. Look, for few of you, it will be very easy. You would have understood. And
So that's answer option 4, right?
yes, it is 5,460.
You mark third.
By mistake. Understood? No problem?
No, sir.
All right. Next one. What is the approximate percentage increase in the amount which Rahul enjoys for entertainment as compared to Preeti for the same? Now, this is interesting question. All right. This is interesting question. I'll tell you, it depends. Okay, I'll just show you one. Let me just take time and solve this question for you. Listen carefully. What is the approximate percentage increase in the amount which Rahul enjoys on entertainment? How much money Rahul enjoys on entertainment? Check it out and tell me. Rahul on entertainment is 2,400.
2,400.
Rahul enjoys on entertainment is 2,400. And Preeti for the entertainment?
1,800.
Preeti entertainment is 1,800. So that's saying what is the approximate percentage increase in the amount which Rahul enjoys for the entertainment as compared to Preeti. Now, we have to compare with Preeti. Remember percentage I've taught you, with whatever value you compare, that become base. All right. Rahul is approximate increase in the amount. Increase means top part is different. So 2,400 and 1,800 difference is 600 into 1,800 into 100, which is nothing but 33.33%. Yes, you can go with 33%. You have understood this part? Any doubt?
So can we go other than the given options, like since 0.3 is there?
You can, I will tell you, usually for you people, there won't be an option called other than or none of the given. Usually they will give you. So even if suppose, okay, yes, if you, because actually we are getting 33.33%, since 33% is there. So other than given options, you can go. If at all other than given options are not there, you should go with 33%.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you understood this, what we have done right now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All of you? Fast, dear. We have to solve questions.
Yes, sir.
Now I'll show you one interesting thing. So this is what will happen. We are talking about whom? We are talking about Rahul and we are talking about Preeti, right? We are talking about
Rahul and wife.
Rahul and
Wife, sir.
no, I'm talking about second question.
Second question, yeah. Rahul and Preeti.
We are talking about entertainment. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Rahul and Preeti. Now see one interesting thing which I want to teach. All right. Now listen carefully. In this question, I could have done this also. Without taking actual value, I just take this data 20, 15. So Rahul is spending 20%, Preeti is spending 15%. Difference in this is 5. Since they are talking us to compare with the Preeti, value of Preeti become base into 100. So I get 5 by 15 into 100, which is 33.33%. I can do this also. Any idea why can we do this? Think and tell me.
Sir, since they're asking the percentage increase, so we can directly take it percent.
Once you have solved ample number of questions, uh, your mind will start working like this, basically. Because look, understand me. Here, what happening is we are talking about 20% of entertainment, 15% of entertainment. So everything is to the base of entertainment. That is that is the reason why entertainment will get cancelled. So you can use directly. But right now, that's fine. You don't need to worry. You just go with what we have done right now. Just use the calculation and solve it. Once you have enough amount of experience, you'll be able to solve. Now let us go with the third one. The average expense of Rohit is approximately what percentage of the average expense of wife? All right. So average expense of Rohit is how much? You add all the expense of Rohit, you will get the average, total expense of Rohit. I have already done so. I'll just tell you. The total expense of Rohit, if you add the complete expense,
6130.
no, wait.
Average.
No, I think you're making some mistake. Check it out once again. Check it out once again.
So here also can we do that trick, sir?
No, here we cannot do, because the reason behind this is, because now here what is happening is, here everything is related to the different data. Okay, I'll just explain. Look here, what is happening? This 10% of education, 30% of food, 10% of entertainment. So I cannot take that in the terms of percent because here every base gets changed. Education value is different, food value is different, entertainment value is different, traveling is different, other expenses different. If at all they were asking only about one data, education, then we could have done. But here everything is different. Am I right? Have you understood now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Rohit, so when you are talking about Rohit, if you see, I think someone check it out and tell me what is the expense of Rohit 8, 6, 14, 17, 18. According to my
4350.
I'm sorry.
4350, sir.
No, no, we have to get the expense of Rohit now. Rohit expense.
Total expenses, sir.
Rohit, we are talking. Wait, let us just check with which data they are talking about. We are talking average expense of Rohit is approximately what percent of average expense of wife?
Sir, 4150.
Wait, let me just see. Rohit. No, why are you people are doing mistake? Rohit total expense is 20,750.
So 4150 is average.
Sir, 21,750.
No, it is 20,750. Check it out. Can someone check it out and see?
Yes, sir. 20,700 only.
20,750 divided by 5 because they are talking about average. So Rohit, total expense is 20,750 divided by 5. I'll get 4150. Sorry, 4150. Similarly, what is happening is wife. Approximately what was the average expense of wife? Total expense of wife, if you do, you will get 24,850. 24,850 is the total expense of wife divided by 5 because we are talking about average expense of wife. If I divide by 5, I'll get 4970. Now what they're talking about is the average expense.
So we'll get 21,750.
I told you it is wrong here. It is 20,750. Just cross check now. Just cross check. Can anyone else cross check, please? whether it's 21,000 or 20,750. Girls, please check it out and tell me what is the value we're getting.
I
So
got
we'll
20.
get 8,000 plus 6,450 plus 4,000 plus 1,700 plus
4,000.
1,600.
We are getting 4,000 or we are getting 3,000. 25% of 12,000 is how much? 3,000.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Amazed. All right. So the total expense for average, sorry. So we have 20,750 divided by 5 is 4150. Similarly, wife expense, total expense is 24,850. We are, all of you are understanding now why we are dividing it by 5? All of you have understood, girls? Have you understood why we are dividing it by 5?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Look,
sir.
if you don't understand, please ask me. Otherwise, my complete effort will get wasted. Look, I'm taking a lot of time to solve questions. We are there with 45 minutes and we have not finished with first case yet also. And trust me, I don't want to rush. I don't want to rush. I want you people to understand, because then only your life will be easy. And I know most of you, you people have trouble with the data interpretation and maths. That is why I'm going very slow. Trust me, very slow. All right. So if you don't understand, you have to ask me. All right. So total expense for wife is 24,850. We are dividing by 5 because we have 5 categories. So we are getting average expenses 4,970. Now, let us read with the question once again. The average expense of Rohit is approximately what percent of average expense of wife? Now remember, what percent of expense of wife? So we have to compare with the wife value. So that is why value of wife has to be base 4,970 and top part has to be 4,150 into 100. Now, if you do this calculation, you get 83.5. In fact, 83.41 you are getting. If you do this whole calculation, you get 83.41%, which you can mark this as an answer. All right. Any doubt? Look, this is why, I'm asking each one of you to, solve more calculative based question. See that you solve 14, 15 questions of calculation every day.
So do we have any other method for this calculation, sir?
No, there's no other method. Only if you see, only the, I can tell you advantage what you people can have is, they can give you some gap. All right. They can give you some gap. Gap in the sense means, there's a possibility for you people to have an answer option like this. 83%, 75%, 90%, and maybe 95%. So once you have done enough amount of calculation, you don't need to do complete calculation, because now look here, it's very simple logic. Instead of 4,970, if you make this as a 5,000, and if this is 4,000, what is 80% of 5,000? 4,000. Yes or no? 10% is 10% is 500. So 80% is 4,000. So here, if there's a 4,000 and in bottom I have 5,000, so we will talk about 80%. So literally, if you ask me, looking at this value, I know my answer will be a bit more than 80%. It cannot be less than that. So basically, what happened is, this get cancelled, this also get cancelled, this also get cancelled. So only the answer option which is left with 83%. So I can mark.
So, but there is another option also, other than the given options. So
No, don't worry, don't worry. In flat, you don't get. In flat,
okay.
look, understand one thing. We people train. Okay, first you tell me. Have you understood all of you this part? This.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. We people, when we train you for the worst situation. So we don't train you for good situation. So once you are able to do these questions, what happened? Flat paper become very easy. That is why I will always give you bit difficult question, bit calculative questions. That is how we will form a paper. Okay, let us go with question number 4 and question number 5. Find the difference in percentage of the budget between the average expense of education and the average expense of entertainment of the couple. All right. Now, so this is once an interesting question. Average expense of education. All right. We are talking about couple. All right. So average expense on education. What is average expense on education? Can you tell me? Average expense on education for husband and wife, I think, is 3,200 plus 4,800 divided by 2, which is 4,000. Have you understood this? Any doubt? Look here. They're talking about find the difference in percentage between the average expense on education. Education for P is 3,200 and education for wife is 4,800. 3,200 plus 4,800 divided by 2. You should understand why I'm dividing it by 2. Because understand one thing, they're trying to play with us. They're talking about average. Now here, total how many people are there? 2 people, person and his wife. That is why average will be 2. So average expense on education for this husband and wife is 4,000. Similarly, average expense on entertainment. Go with the entertainment part. Entertainment average expense is 1,200 plus 3,600. For if you talk about entertainment is 1,200 plus 30 1,200 plus 3,600 divided by 2. So 1,200 plus 3,600 is 4,800. 4,800 by 2 is 2,400. So this is 2,400 and this is 4,000. Now just go slow. Just read the question once again. Find the difference in percentage of the budget between the average expense of education. First, now you see difference. You first forget about this. Let me make this question a bit easy. Find the difference between the average expense of education and average expense on entertainment. So difference in budget is 4,000 and 2,400. What is the difference in budget? 1,600. All of you
1,600.
Understood till here? Any doubt till here? No doubt. Now I proceed further. Once again, find the difference in percentage of the budget. Percentage of the budget. What is the total budget we are talking about?
20,000.
1,20,000 into 100. So this will give us 1.3%. Remember, this particular question is a bit difficult. This one, because most of the people will get confused here that what they are talking about here. So what you do is first you forget about this, do everything, and then read once again in percentage of the budget. We want to find out this expense in the terms in percentage terms of total budget. So total budget is 1,20,000. Out of this, we are talking about 1,600 into 100, which is 1.3%. All right. Now last one. The total. All of you have understood this? Have you understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Let us go with the last one, question number 5.
If we even take the percentage and take the difference also, we are getting the same, sir.
How you can do that?
Okay. Sir, I had a doubt in this, sir. The percentage in the budget, sir, they have asked only of the couple. So budget is for all the 5 members, no, sir?
No, you have to understand. First data, what they are talking about is this, average expense on education and average expense on entertainment. And then they are talking about difference. So we are taking difference. And then in the whole part, they're talking in percentage of the budget. So total budget, they're talking about in percentage of the budget. They're not talking about any individual now. They're talking about in percentage of the budget. So total budget is 1,20,000. And this 1,20,000, the expense what this couple they have. We are not talking about children and other people. Am I right? They're talking about only these 2 people, husband and wife. So that is why we are talking about husband and wife, husband plus wife, and then into 100.
Okay, sir.
Look, if you understand data, life become very easy. That is why data interpretation itself is interpret. We have to interpret data, and we can interpret data only when you understand it. You cannot interpret if you don't understand the data itself. So first we have to always try understanding the data and then proceed with the question, and practice. At the end of the day, practice. All right, question number 5. The total amount spent by Rahul on traveling and food. So total, what is the amount spent by Rahul on traveling and food? Rahul on traveling and food is approximately what percent of total amount spent by Preeti on education and food. Preeti on education and food. They're talking about percentage. So this is how we'll calculate. So Rahul on traveling and food is, if I'm not wrong, it is
12,850.
Okay. Wait, I will distribute it right now. 4,250 plus
8,600.
8,600. And Preeti expense on education and food is 1,800 plus 4,300. And since we are dealing with percentage, we have to multiply. So if you see, basically this becomes 12,850 divided by 6,100 into 100. Look, once again, very simple thing if you see, understand. Here we are talking about 6,100 and here it is 12,000. So obviously it will be more than 200%. If more than 200% is there, this is not possible, this is not possible, this is not possible, this is not possible. So only this is done. So I don't need to do actual calculation. So sometimes observation is very important. If you do actual calculation, you get 210.65. Have you understood? Look, here other important thing is the base. What is the base value which we are going to get? So here very clearly that, this is the other important thing you need to learn. The total amount spent by Rahul on travel and food is approximately what percent of total amount spent by Preeti. So we have to compare Rahul with Preeti. So that is why Rahul data is on the top and Preeti is in the denomination part, bottom. Understood? Any doubt? Any doubt, anyone?
No, sir.
Look, we have taken 1 hour and we have done only one case, so that is, the problem, so if we are there in the classroom, we can increase our speed, Now, we'll increase our speed here. This question should not take much of a time. Let us do together. Study the following graph and answer the question. So total students in 6 different schools. So we have 6 different schools, A, B, C, D, E, and F. And these are the distribution of students. So in school A, we have 1,500 students. In B, we have 3,500. In C, we have...
Sir, in the last question, I have a doubt.
Look, after doing the question, you are coming to the last question. Tell me.
Sir, in the last question, you took the Preeti's traveling amount is 1,800. But isn't it the 2,550?
Preeti, we are talking about Preeti education, not traveling. Spend Preeti on education. This is education. Preeti values of education and food.
Sir, Preeti's education will also be 3,200, no, sir? 10%.
Preeti education is 3,000. Preeti education is 3,200. Yes, I think there I've done some calculation. What you're saying is correct. So look, you have to point. If I'm making some calculation mistake, you have to point.
I cross-verified myself, sir. If I'm not wrong, then I told you.
2250 plus 8,600, and then Preeti on education and food. Preeti on education, we go with Preeti. Preeti education is 3,200.
And 4,300.
3,200, and then we are talking about on food. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
4,300. So what is the value we are getting? 4 plus 3, 7,000. Base is 7,500. And top part is
still it is option 1 only, sir.
Let us check it out. 12,850. 12,850 into 100. Check it out now. What is the value already? Do the calculation because the answer options are very close now. 168, 171, 175. There's just a difference of 1 or 2%. That is why you have to do actual calculation. Check it out and tell me what is the calculation. All of you do this calculation and tell me what is the value you are getting.
So we'll get 171%.
171%. Okay, understood. Look, once you understand, there's no issues. Okay, look, yeah, I have to go a bit fast, so that I'm able to do what I'm planning to do, So, okay, let us go with this question. This is easy case, like we can do very fast. So we are talking about, these are the different school A, B, C, D, E, and F, and this is the number of students what we have. So in school A, we have 1,500. In B, we have 3,500. C, we are talking about 2,500. D, we are talking about 4,000. E, we are talking about 6,000. And F, we are talking about 2,000. Now, this has got distributed in these ratios, all right? So we have in A, so now let us do this distribution fast. Number of student in A, from graph you will be able to get, so which is 1,500. For B, we are talking about 3,500. For C, we are talking about 2,500. This data we are getting it from graph, top graph. D, we are getting 4,000. E we are getting it 6,000, and F we are getting it 2,000. Now this has to be distributed in boys and girls. Now look here, it's very simple logic. 8 plus 7 is 15. Here also 15. So I know we are talking about 700 and 800. 700 and 800. 8 plus 6 is 14. And this is, so basically 3,500 divided by 14x. If you see, you get the value of x. And once we do distribution, so you are getting value of x to be 250. So basically when you do this distribution, if I'm not wrong, you are getting 1,500 and 2,000. I believe all of you have understood this, how I'm doing it. Okay, all of you look here. This 3,500 is equivalent to 8 plus 6 is 14x. You understood this? I've taught you ratio also last class. For
Yes, sir.
people who have joined late, I've taught you ratio. This is 6x, this is 8x. 8 plus 6 is 14x. 14x is 3,500. So value of x is 3,500 divided by 14, which if I'm not wrong, you are getting 250. All right. So 250 into 6 is 1,500 and 250 into 8 is 2,000. All right. Now here ratio is 1:1. So 2,500, 1:1 means equally. 1,250. 1,250. This ratio that given is wrong. This is 3:1 ratio. This is wrong. This is 3:1. All right. Make correction in the paper. This is 3:1 ratio. So 4,000 is getting distributed in the ratio 3:1. So basically it gets distributed as 3,000 and 1,000. All right. Now 2 and 1. 2x plus 1 is 3x. 3x is 6,000. So 1x is 2,000. So this becomes 4,000 and 2,000. All right. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 value is 2,000. So this will become 1,400 and 600. So this is why practice is so important. So this is boys and this is girls. Now, what is average of girls in all school? So if you see, next question is average of girls in all school. All right. Can you tell me what is the answer for this? Average of girls in all the school. Get me the answer now. Do it fast. Yes, what is the average of girls? Just add all the girls. The average of girls 800, 2,000, 1,250, 1,000, 2,000, 6,000. If we add, what is the value we are getting? Yes. If we add, what we are getting? I think we are getting 7,650. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look, they are talking about average of girls in all school. Nah? So these are the girls we have in different schools. So we add all these girls. 800, 2,000, 1,250, 1,000, 2,000.
1,275, sir.
Which one? This is 1,250. So we get, wait. We get total girls to be 7,650. This 7,650 divided by 6. Why 6? Because 6 schools.
6 school.
Now look, they are talking about average. So total number of schools are there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7,650 divided by 6 is how much?
1,275.
All of you have understood?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
All right. Now let us go with the next one. What is the difference between the boys in school F and the girls in school D? Boys in school F. How many boys are there in school F?
1,400.
1,400. So 1,400. What is the difference between boys in school F and girls in school D? Girls in school D is how much? 1,000. 1,000. So they're talking about difference. 1,400 minus 1,000 is how much?
400.
400.
All right, next one. If in school E, 30% of 30% got for, okay, let us go clear this. In school E, 30% student got first division, 28% got second division. Okay, we are talking about school E. Total, how many students are there in school E? 6,000. Yes or no? Number of students in school E is how much?
Yes, sir. 6,000.
Girls, no response from you people. Total number of students in school is how much, dear?
Sir, 6,000.
Yes, don't sleep. Be active. So total number of students in school is 6,000. In school, 30% got first division. Now, what is 10% of 6,000? 10% of 6,000 means anything divided by 10 will give me always 10%. So 600 divided by 10 is 600. So if 10% is 600, 30% means 1800. 28%. Now, look here, it's very simple. If 30% is 800, what is 1%? You divide any number by 100, you get 1%. 6,000 divided by 100 is 60. So 1% is 60. So 2% is 120. 1800 minus 120. 1800 minus 100 is 1700 and minus 20. So I'll get 1680. Look, without doing anything, we can do calculation.
Sir, instead of this, we can do like 100 minus 84, 16% of 6,000.
You do whatever you want, you get it without writing it. You get it the way I'm doing. That's
yes,
all.
sir.
Now you are talking 26% of 6,000. 1/4 is 25%. So 1/4 of 6,000 is how much? 1,500. Another 1% is 60. So you get 1560. You understood now how I got 26%? Yes or no? 1/4 of total 1/4 of 6,000. 1/4 of 6,000. This I'm doing in my mind, which is 1,500. And already we know 1% represents 60. So 1560. Look, 1 by 100 is always 1%. And 1 by 10 is always 10%. That's all. Remember this? Your life becomes easy. All right. 1 by 100 is 1% and 1 by 10 is 10%. So that is what I have done here. Total student is 6,000. Total student is 6,000. 1/4 of 6,000 is 1,500 and another 1% is 60. So 156. Now let us find the failed student. You shouldn't have done all this calculation. You could have just, because look, 30% got first division, 28% got second division, 26% got third division, and rest did not pass. So why? Look, sometimes, we do it, we shouldn't have done this. Just 30% plus 28%. 38 plus 28 is how much? Tell me fast.
58, sir. So plus 26, we'll get 84. So 100 minus 84 is 16. So 16% of 6,000 is 960. That's all.
For this question, this. If suppose they ask you, how many number of students who have got first division as compared to second division, or percentage of students who have got first division compared to second division, then percentage of student who has got first division as compared to second division. So this is 1800 and second division is how much? This one. So we can take this as a base. Look, questions can change, but for this particular question, we don't need to do all this calculation. We don't need to do. We can just, what we can do is, we know that total student is 6,000. Out of 6,000, number of students who have passed is 30, plus 20 is 58, and 58 plus 26 is 84%. So remaining 16% has failed. 16% of 6,000 is nothing but 16 into 6 is 96. Sorry, 960. Just mark answer. Okay, let us go with next one. Question number 9. What is the ratio between the girls in school B? How many girls are there in school B, dear? Girls in school
2,000.
B, 2,000. 2 boys in school C. Boys in school C is
1250.
So how much you are getting? Boys, yes, tell me what is the answer?
8:5.
8:5. All of you got the same answer, no problem. Look here, very simple. One part you can take it as 250. One part is 250. So total here this become 8 part and this become 5 part. Otherwise you can do calculation also, no issues. So 8:5. All right. Now let us go with next one. Question number 10. The boys in school B and C is approximately what percent of total number of boys? All right, boys in school B and C. So what is the boys in school B and C? Number of boys in school B. Boys in B is
2,750.
boys is 1,500. And boys in C is how much? Boys in C is 250. So the boys in B and C is 2,750. So and total number of boys. What are total number of boys? Add total number of boys and get the answer. What is the total number of boys you are getting? 11,850. Yes or no? No. Check it out. 700 They're talking about total number of boys now. 4 plus 7, 8. I think I'm correct. 11,850.
Yes, sir.
11,850, and here we are talking about 2750 into 100. Remember one thing: boys of B and C, approximately what number of total into 100. This is how percentage will be calculated. So this is the boys of B and C, total boys into 100. So what is the value again? 23%. Yes, you have understood, all of you? Check it out and tell me whether you have understood this or not.
Yes, sir.
Girls, all of you have understood? Meghna, Kirti, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Dimple,
Yes, sir.
Chetna, Pranita. Pranita, have you understood, Pranita?
Yes, sir.
Look, Pranita, this will be very, very useful for you, later on. If you learn this trick, it will be very, very useful for you. And since you have, a good amount of time, so just to keep on practicing, So just practice basics calculation. These things become very easy for you. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll remove this. Look, this is the other important thing all of you need to learn is, look how much time we have taken for the first question and how much time we have taken for the second case. And if suppose both the question will have same marks. So which one should I prefer? Should I prefer to solve first 5 question or second one which we have done?
Second one.
Yes, this is what you people should learn. And this is what you people should do in your school and college exam also. The things which you know, do it first and do it properly. And then get back to the questions where you need to think. All right. For people who are writing theoretical paper, I don't know how you people write, but for me, how I always prefer writing theoretical paper is, if suppose, because the kind of knowledge or information which I used to have, was huge. So actually, if you ask me, if someone wants me to ask some theoretical paper, rather than taking 2 hours, I would require 2.5 hours. Any idea then what should I do? Because whatever information which I have, whatever knowledge I have, I cannot write it down completely. So what we have to do? If suppose, I have a paper and maybe let us assume that 10 questions, and in all these 10 questions, at an average, I can write down 10 paper each. So total my requirement is to write down 100 papers, and let us assume at most in 2 hours, I can write down only 75 pages. So what should I do? Yes, anyone who can, have you understood first what I'm asking you?
Yes, sir. So in this question,
No, sir.
Let us assume we have 10 questions. We are not talking about this. We are talking about some theoretical paper. I'm not talking about aptitude paper. I'm talking about some theoretical paper. Let us go with economics, or history. Let us go with history. I don't know how many of you have history, or how many of you have theoretical paper. Let us assume 10 questions are there and I have to attempt all those 10 questions. And I have a knowledge, and I can write down 10 sheets or for each question. So altogether, I can write down 100 pages. But in 2 hours, my efficiency is I can write down at most 75 pages. Yes? Then what should I do? Because look, I cannot leave any question partially. If I leave it half, what will happen? They won't give me full marks. So what should I do?
So stick to the
Do the ones
point.
you're sure of.
One by one. Let me
First.
see how good you think. One by one. I want you to answer one by one. Yes, Vashishta, tell me.
So sticking to the points, never writing in paragraphs and cutting the small talks like this means and this infers, all those we have to remove, sir. By
Okay.
that only we can reduce a lot, and also we can reduce unwanted stuff.
Good. Anyone else who has got better answer? This is something which I won't do. I won't do this.
Do the ones you're sure of first
You are
and
sure of
write only
you are
as much
sure
as
of
required.
all the questions. Arya, you are sure of all the 10 questions. You have glanced and you know that all those 10 questions you can write down 10 pages. But you don't
In
have
that
time.
case, only write as much as required, like according to the marks,
How you
and
come to,
be
how
sure to
you,
cover the important part.
and Arya, how you come to know that how much is important? You don't know the person who is doing correction for you, no?
Yeah, it's related to, I do it relative to marks.
Okay. And all the questions can equal mark. I told you. All
Yeah,
the
so like depending on how many marks it is. For example, if it's like 6 marks, maybe 6 points.
all of them are 10 marks. All of them are 10 marks. 10 marks each. 10 into 10 is 100. Chalo, anyone, girls, let me see. Let me see how you people think. Yes, Meghna, what you will do? Yes, Meghna, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what you will do, Meghna? Tell me, what are you going to do? Hey, you won't do anything.
So writing the
Sir,
keywords.
solve the ones which are less lengthy.
I told you, all of them are same. Okay, I'll tell you what usually I
So
used to do.
writing the keywords.
Okay, I will tell you what I used to do. Because I always believe in this, some part of psychology also. So what I used to do was, first seven question or six question, I used to devote more time and I used to write it properly. All right. And the reason why I wanted to always do this is because, what message I wanted to pass to the person who is doing correction is,
First impression.
ah, that, this, he can easily make it out, that this is a hardworking student, he knows everything, you know. And then later on, what I used to do is I used to write down up to the point and only the point which is required. So this point is very clear to that person that, what, this boy was not having ample amount of time. And that is the reason why he has just written the points. But rest of the questions, I have already given him impression that I know almost everything. You don't need to worry about it. And that is the reason why, I'm giving that impression that, that, okay, fine, I'm eligible to get all 100 marks. All right. Look, this is how things work. This is what you call psychology. So when you are dealing with this kind of questions also, what you have to understand, when you are dealing with your, your school and college exam, this once again become very important. There are questions, initially when you are writing, you should always try saying that, that you give good impression to a person who is doing correction. Because, once he read 3-4 questions of yours, he feel, okay, fine, this guy knows everything. Then he will start giving you marks. You don't need to worry about it. But first 2-3 questions, you are getting it wrong, you're not writing it completely, you're making mess of it, then he won't give you marks. The reason why these things came into my mind, just because of all these things, it's a habit. If you have this habit of solving easy question, you will always do this. So in this two cases, what you have to be careful is, don't attempt first question, attempt with the second question. Now let us go with the third one. This is once again a bit lengthy. Let us see. Now, all of you first listen what I'm saying. This is, important for you. So just listen what I'm saying. All right. All of you just open your mind and see what I'm doing. Now, this is the formula they have given. Forget about this. We are talking about 11 to 15 question. The action: study the following line graph carefully and answer the question below. Since it is a line graph, data will be on the easier side. I don't need to worry about the data, but I need to understand this. They're saying for profit percent is given by income minus expenditure by expenditure into 100. And if you see, I think in data they're talking about income. Income value has been given to us in a graph. Study the following graph carefully and answer the question. So income is we are getting it from graph. All right. But before this, you have to learn some expression. I think people who have attended this class earlier, already few of you. Okay, I will just change this once again. Just see what I'm doing here. Profit percent is nothing but income minus expenditure by expenditure into 100. Have you understood what I've done? I've just separated it, nothing else. So I just separated income by expenditure, this income by expenditure and expenditure by expenditure.
Sir,
So,
I think in the last class you told this as
yes.
1 plus profit percent by 100
Yes,
equals income by
yes,
expenditure.
yes. So people who remember this is good. People who don't remember, for them I'm doing. Income by expenditure minus expenditure by expenditure into 100. So basically I get profit percent is nothing but income by expenditure minus 1. And here, we divide it by 100. Why dividing by 100? This 100 is there, this comes this side. So now minus 1 is there, it goes other side. 100 plus profit percent by 100 is equal to income by expenditure. Or now I take LCM. 100 into 1 become 100. So basically I'll get this derivation, which you need to remember. Income by expenditure is nothing but 100 plus profit percent by 100. Look here. This is LCM we have taken. 100 plus profit percent by 100. Which once again, if you want, you can write down income by expenditure is nothing but. I think this is fine. You don't need to.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Tell me.
Couldn't we multiply the 100 with the 1?
Or this 100 into 1. That is what we have done. 100 into 1 is 100 now. 100 plus profit.
No, like before itself, like instead of taking to the other side, we could have just directly multiplied with 1, right?
No, you cannot, Nadia. This is because this is minus 1. Now you take it other side, it becomes plus 1. So if you have 1 plus A by B, what you will do? You understood now? Yes?
Yeah.
You have to pick that. You have to pick that. If you look, if I have like this, A by B is equivalent to 1, then A is equivalent to B. But if suppose we have like expression A is equivalent to B minus 1. So now what is happening is minus 1 is here. So it becomes goes other side, it becomes A plus 1. Understood now?
Okay.
Okay. So erase. So I'm going to erase this. All of you, please remember this because I'm going to use this data for solving question. That income by expenditure. Okay, I'm writing. Let me just Let me write it here. Okay, so income by expenditure is 100 plus profit percent by 100. We'll use this. Okay. Now let us go with other questions. Let us now go with the questions here. So this is income in rupees in lakhs. Any other data we are missing? No, nothing. So this is income in rupees lakh. So this is the income which we have got in rupees lakh, and we have got company here. They are different company C1, C2, C3, and these are the years 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, and 2013. Any doubt in here? Any doubt? So we have income in lakhs, and this income has been given for us for different companies. Any doubt in here? Yes? No doubts? Good. Let us proceed with the question now. First question. The percentage increase or decrease in the income of a company C2. We are talking about company C2. Where is company C2? This is company C2. So this belongs company C2. The percentage increase or decrease in income of company C2 is highest in which of the following year? The
2009?
No. Look, okay, listen here carefully what I'm saying.
2011.
Wait 1 minute. After once this class get over, you try doing calculation. I'm not going to do calculation right now in this question. I will tell you other trick. Trick is very simple. You have to see the inclination. The one where the more inclination is there, more gap is there, that is something which will always give me highest and lowest value. So if you see this is highly, this is the one which is having maximum inclination. Can you see? Yes or no? Looking, pictorially, you can say. You don't need to do actual calculation. All right. Here, maximum inclination is coming here. Look here. This point to this point. So this is the increase which we are talking about. This goes to which year? 2011. So answer is 2011. Homework for you. Write down, all of you, please write down the homework. Last 5 questions is homework for you. And plus, in this question, you have to do actual calculation and do this. All right. Now look here. I'll just show you for if they are talking about same question for company C1. All right. That the percentage increase or decrease in the income of company C1 is highest in which of the following year? We are not worried about increase and decrease. We are talking about only the highest value. Look, if you see maximum inclination is from this value to this value. Yes or no? Are you getting it? For company C1. They are not asking for C1. They have asked for C2. For company C1, look here. Gradient, look here. And this. So what? This is the highest gradient. Like this, this, and this. So this is gradient. All right. So once you solve this question, you can always know that this will always give me highest increase or decrease. If suppose we are talking about decrease and this is like this. So this will give me highest decrease. All right. So in this kind of question, you should not waste time. You should just look at the picture and you can mark the answer. Homework, do the actual calculation after this class get over. All of you, have you understood or not for this question what I have done? Yes or no? Yes, Amit, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All of you, please do this. Meghna, you have understood?
Yes, sir.
All right, practice, all of you. Now let us go with the next one. Question number 2.
Sir, 112. Sorry, 122. Sorry, 122%.
Wait. Question number 2. Let us see. Look, I'm removing this graph, because, all right, we'll see. We'll keep on going, one by one. If the expenditure of the company C1 in the year 2009 was 2.25 lakh. Okay? So here we know expenditure of C1 in 2009 is 2.25 lakh. 2.25 lakh is expenditure of C1 in 2009. Then what is the profit percentage of C1 in the year? We want C1 profit in the year 2009. All right. Now listen here carefully. Already we have derived that formula. Can you tell me what is the formula we have derived?
Income by expenditure equals 100 plus profit percent by 100.
200 plus profit percent by 100. All right. So income we are talking about year 2009. Look here, we are talking about year 2009. Let us go with year and C1 company. C1 2009. C1 2009. We are talking about C1 is this one. All right. And we are talking about 2009. 2009 is here and here. So we are talking about how much? 4 point.
The C1 is blue line.
C1 is, oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. This is CT. What you're saying, like C1 is blue line and we are talking about 2009. Am I right? 2009.
So 5 lakhs.
5 lakhs. So income is 5 lakhs. So income is 5 lakhs. 5 by expense. Already they have given us in the question. Expense is 2.25 is equivalent to 100 plus profit percent. What they want us to find out here?
Profit percent, sir.
Profit percent. So 100 plus.
The third option.
Wait.
120.
First to solve. Let me see whether you people can solve or not. First solve and tell.
Sir, I solved, sir.
How much you are getting?
Sir, 122%.
Okay. Other person, rest of you just give a try. Give a try. Let me just stop for a minute here and let me see. Give a try for this. Give a try. I think for this question, we don't require. We can go directly. For this question, if you ask me, we don't require this formula because all the data are here. We can directly go ahead and use this. Here we can use this formula. Profit. They are talking about profit percent, am I right? What they're talking about profit percent directly. So we can use here on. Profit percent is nothing but
22, sir.
Profit percent is nothing but income. Already we know what is the income which we have from diagram 5. Expenditure they have given us 2.25 by expenditure which is 2.25 into 100. So if you do this, you get 122%. All of you have understood? Because since they're directly talking about profit percent, so we don't need to do anything. We can directly use this formula of profit percent. All right. So, okay. Now let us go with question number 3. If the profit percentage of company C2 in the year 2011 is 20%. All right. Profit percent of C2 in the year 2011 is 20%. This has been given to us as 20%. All right. What is the expenditure in that year? They're talking about expenditure in that year. Now remember, profit percent is given in the year 2011 and we are talking about C2. C2 and 2011. C2 2011. C2 is this one. 2011 is this one. C2 is, this is 7. So this is, remember, this is income data. This is income data we are talking about. Yes, income. So we know that income in 2011 is 7 lakhs. All right. Remember this data we are getting from here. They are talking about C2 company. So C2 is this one, 2011. So we are talking about this value. This is 7. All right. So income is 7 lakhs. They want us to find out expenditure. Now we will use this formula. Already we know that formula income by, tell me formula what we have got, income by expenditure We already derived it. Income by expenditure is nothing but 100 plus profit percent by 100. So income is 7. I don't know expenditure. I write down as it is. 100 plus profit percent already they have given here in the question 20% by 100. So now I will do cross multiplication. Expense goes up. This 100 into 7 is 700 by 120. So 700 by 120, how much I'll get? 5.83.
83.
Next. I'll repeat it once again. If you see, these are standard questions which once you practice, will be able to solve. You don't need to worry. First, you need to understand C2, income in 2011 is 7 lakhs. So this is what we have written. C2 income is 7 lakhs. All right. In question, if you see, so C2 income is 7 lakhs, which this is some 7 lakhs, we are getting it from graph. This they have given in question itself. They have given in question itself. Now we know the formula income by expenditure is 100 plus profit percent by 100. So income we are getting from graph, which is 7. Expense, I don't know, I'll written as it is. 100 plus 20%. This 20% is given in the question. So 100 plus 20% by 100. I do cross multiplication. 100 into 7 is 700. And this I bring it here. So 100 plus 20 is 120. So expense is 700 by 120, which is 5.83. Understood? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Clear all drawing? Let us go with anoint. And let us go to the next question. Question number 14. What is the average income of company C3 over all the year?
4.83.
This is easy. So average income of a company C3 over all the year. We want C3 average income. Let us go. C3 over all the year. And remember, we are talking about, we are talking about average income. All right. Average income of C3 in all the year. C3, C3, C3. Wait, look, this is what happened. Now diagram is not working. Now it has come. C3. So which one is C3? This is C3. So let us add all the data of C3. So we want average income of C3. Remember, this is easy question. So we are talking about C3 average income. So it is 6. This is 6 plus 4.5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4.5. So if you add this, you are getting 29. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And divide by number of years. We should divide it with number of years. So how many years are we talking about?
6
1
years.
year.
6 years.
2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years, 6 years. So 29 divided by 6, which is nothing but 2.83.
4.83.
Yes. 4.8. Right. So we get 4.83. Any doubt? No doubt? Good. Let us go with last one, question number 15. What was the approximate percentage increase in the income of company C1 in the year 2000 as compared to the year 2008? Approximate percentage increase in income of company C1, income of company C1 2010 as compared to the year 2008. Income of company C1 in 2008. Remember, we are comparing with the 2008. So basically, top part will be the difference. Why difference? Because they're talking about increase. All right. Divided by income in year 2008 into 100. This is the first thing you should understand. All right. What is the
Sir, options are not matching, sir, with the answer.
Not to worry. We'll see. Let us see.
27.5.
Sometimes, what happens?
Yes, sir. Even I got that only.
Not to worry. We'll see. Wait. We'll see. What is the approximate percentage increase in the income of a company C1? We are talking about income of a company C1 in the year 2010 as compared to the year 2008. All right. So year 2010 and as compared to year 2008. And we are talking about C1. Let us go with C1. Wait, let us wait. We have to wait here. So this is the problem with the technology, you know, sometimes, now it has come. Okay. So we are talking about C1. So basically this is C1. This is C1. Blue one is C1. All right. We are talking about first, we are talking about 2010. Let us go to 2010. This is 2010. All right. So this is 5.5. 5.5. And then 2008. 2010 we have done. Then 2008 is 4. This is 4. All right. Now, so your answer is how much? Tell me. What is the difference? The difference is how much? Tell me fast.
1.5.
1.5 divided by
5.
4.
4.
Yeah.
200.
Very careful with the base income. They have very clearly said that we are going to, you know, we have to compare with the income of 2008. So income of 2008 is nothing but 4. So 1.5 by 4 into 100. What is the value you are getting? Actual value?
37.5.
37.5. The second last option is 34.75. I think the 4 is extra.
I will tell you. Wait. I will tell you. You know, let us show some patience, dear. Let us show some patience. Now you see, you should understand first. You should understand that why I have done this. You know, can you see here? This is one is 5.5. Another value is what? 5.6.
6.
So basically, what we are going to take is we are going to take not 5.5. It has to be 5.6. You understood now what I'm saying? Now question is which one is more? That is the other thing. Should we take 5.5 or should we take 5.6? Now you see once again carefully here, the tip is blue color, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So one which is higher I have to take. So we are not going to take 5.5. We have to take actually
40%, sir.
5.6. Now if I take 5.6, this become 1.6. And if we take 1.6, this become 40%. You have understood? Yes, so sometimes we have to be careful or a bit careful because if it is an online exam, this is what they will do. But just what we need to be careful is one value is 5.5, another one is 5.6. And here some bluish part is on the top part. That is why we know that blue is on the higher side. So it has to be 5.6. Yes. Now you tell me any doubt because I have done with the things which I wanted to do. Now you have to do one more last question, which is a homework for you. Basically, this is the last question which I have kept as a homework. This is easy question. There is no trouble with this question. Study the line graph carefully and answer the following question. The graph given below represent the production in tons and sale in tons. Don't get confused. Everything is in tons. All right. Of a company A from 2010 to 2015. One is production, another one is sale. So look here. This one is production and this one is sales. All right. So that is the data. The table given below shows the ratio of production in terms of company A to the production of company in the terms of sale. I'm sorry, just a moment. Okay. So this is the table given below shows the ratios in terms of a company A to the productions of a company B and the ratio of the sales of the company A to the sales of a company B. So this is, can you just check it out? Read it once and see if you have understood the data. I'm not asking you to solve. I'm just asking you to read and see whether you have understood the data or not.
Yes, sir.
All of it, please check it out. All of you, please check it out.
So this is similar to the school problems, the girls and boys ratio.
Yes, this is similar to what we have done earlier. Just give me a moment, just 1 second here, just 1 second. Just give me a moment. Because if I don't send, I'm so sorry. If I don't send message, this person will keep on calling me. Yes, yes. Huh. Have you, all of you, have you understood the data? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Girls, have you understood this? This is production ratio. Don't get confused. Production ratio, sales. And don't get terrified by looking this value. I'll just tell you one. Let me just show you one thing. 2010, we are talking about 2010. All right. Now production and sales. All right. So production is this. Production is 850. All right. So production is 850 and sale in 2010 is 320. All right. So that's just take 4x plus 5x and 9x. 9x has to be distributed as 320. Similarly, 17 plus 16. 17 plus 16 is how much? 33. 33x is equivalent to 850. So you will get the value of x. So that is how this all distribution will happen. You should not get confused with this data. All right.
Yes.
Yes. Any question you have, all of you, can you please go through all the things which we have done and see if you have any questions which you want me to, do it for you. Miss, any explanation, anything which you have not understood. Just go through this. All of you, please check it out. All of you just check it out. Look, only my sincere suggestion to all of you people who are taking CLAT exam this year, see that, you practice more. Don't get tense, give time, learn. Learning is very important, and you have to take pain. Learning don't happen, free. For people who are taking this exam later on, 2022, what you have to do is just start practicing, keep on giving time, do one caselet, two caselet every day. By the time you are about to write this exam, your life will be very easy. But basic thing is, the first most important basic thing is a calculation. You have to train your mind to do this calculation in a faster way. As I said, the way, only small thing in percentage is very simple, that you divide any number by 10. 1 by 10 will always give me 10%. 1 by 100 will always give me 1%. You divide any number by 100, always you get 1%. You divide any number by 10, always you get 10%. But practice. This is why I said that, for people who attended the Saturday class, very clearly I said, just see that religiously you practice those 15, 20 calculation based questions, for next 15, 20 days. So that your mind get, trained for that. Look, what happened is, that we don't provide training to our mind. What we do is we feel that, oh, these are multiplication, division, I'll be able to do. You will be able to solve. But the question is, in that kind of situation when, accuracy should be on the higher side, speed should be on the higher side, and I'm then that pressure cooker like in a situation where whether my mind will work or not. So your mind will work only when you train it. It is not going to work if it is not trained properly. So simple thing, what you have to do is practice, nothing else. All right. Any other question you have which you want me to address to it, or we are fine with this? Yes. Okay. I'm giving you answer for this, last 5 questions so that, you people, once you solve, you don't have any trouble. So for 16th, I think it is 1. First you solve, then only cross check. 17th, it is 3.
Sir, option number, sir.
This is option number. 18, it is 3. 19, it is answer option 5. And 20, it is answer option 4.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, when I was going through the books, we have trigonometry. So,
Not required.
Is that important? Sir?
Not required. Not required.
Okay,
The reason why we have, okay, then you should ask me then, sir, why you have given trigonometry. That should be your next question. Yes or no?
Because trigonometry we had, I couldn't see that in the last year pattern, sir, or this year's pattern.
No, I'll tell you, they don't ask trigonometry in CLAT exam at all. They
Yes,
don't
sir.
ask trigonometry in that exam at all. I'll tell you why we have given you this, trigonometry or certain things which still we have given, though they don't ask you. Reason behind this is, because we know one thing, is that aptitude is very important. And this books, what we have made, we want this books to stay with you. Later on, also, if you are writing any kind of exams, anything, this will be helpful right now. But let us assume tomorrow, because of any reason, you want to, write some government exams, some other aptitude tests. That time you don't need to search books here and there. Just you open this book, that is sufficient. That is the reason why we added this few chapters, that even though if it is not useful right now, later on, maybe it will be useful. All right. CLAT exam, they don't ask you. Don't worry about it. All right.
Oh, sir, and even this one, sir, in logical reasoning, arithmetic progression and geometric progression.
No, but that is better to learn. They won't ask you a question, but you
Okay.
should know basics. Basically, what is arithmetic progression and what is geometric progression? You should know. Geometric progression, usually they don't ask you, but arithmetic progression, sometimes it becomes handy. Sometimes it becomes handy. So you should know basically what does it mean? What does arithmetic progression mean? What does geometric progression mean? So this we'll do, we'll take one class and do all these things, some small basics, so that because I will tell you, sometimes you never know these people, you never know. So just simple understanding is required. You don't need to solve questions. All right. Any other
Okay.
questions people have? No question? Very good. We'll find.
Sir, in CLAT, there will be no API questions, sir.
No, look, I told you, they don't ask you APGP, but sometimes some basics, because they expect you to know basic. But 99.9% chances that nothing will be asked. Don't worry. Till now, they have not asked. Last 12, 13 years, not even a single question has come from them. All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. We'll wind up with this session, and all of you see that you practice. And once again, this Saturday, I'll be taking class. So I'll be taking, this remaining portion. So I'll do time and work, time and distance basics. We'll try seeing if we can solve few questions. We'll do remaining portion of ratio and proportion also. Okay, and average also. All right. All right. Thank you very much. I'll meet you on Saturday for people who are attending this class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You please, all right. Thank you. Thank you
Good
very much.
evening, sir.
Sir.
Yes. Any doubt, dear?
No, sir.
No,
Good.
sir.
Good. I'll wind up.
Thank you, sir.
Take care, dear. Bye.